You're being called a hack.
Are you? Somebody said, "He did level cap." I don't have my level cap's a shooter then. I love it. I never have my chat on, so I forget when
Yeah.
people are calling me hackers, but I do enjoy it. It's nice. It's a compliment to me. Huge compliment. Hey guys, Level Cap here. Today we're going to talk about the sniper class a bit, some of the sniper assignments, some of the balance changes and animations and other game things that relate to sniping and how it overall plays out in Battlefield 5 and how balanced it is. And also how funny these assignments are because they do encourage me to play in a way that gets me accused of being a hacker. Why is that? Well, the last assignment for the Gewehr M95, and frankly I think any bolt action rifle, is to get 20 headshot kills in objective areas in one game, or 10 in one life. Now there's rumor that there's also a hidden one for 60 or 80 or 100 that is universal, so if you just get 100 objective kills overall with the rifle while the assignment is equipped, then you will get the assignment unlocked eventually. Although this does not track, and again, I feel like I've gotten a lot of objective kills at this point, headshot objective kills, so we'll see if that ultimately does track. No, I have not yet completed this assignment because it is insanely difficult, not because it's a high skill requirement. It is a high skill requirement. It's very hard to get 20 headshot kills in a game, let alone 20 headshot objective kills. I mean, this round here I had 47, 49 kills in total, of which I think at least 40 of them were headshot kills, but far less than 20 were objective kills. I think I ended up getting 13 or 14 objective kills in total this round that were headshot kills. And these assignments are ridiculous. I've already made a whole video talking about how the assignment system is terrible and causes people to play the game in ways that does not help their team, does not have anything to do with team play, and ultimately doesn't reflect somebody who actually understands what they're asking players to do when they rate these assignments. And these bolt action sniper rifle assignments could not reflect that any more closely. Now, I don't like bringing up subjects that have already been discussed in detail and where I feel like DICE has got the message and they're working on it, but the problem here is I don't think DICE got the message, and I don't think they're working on fixing or overhauling the assignment system based on their Tides of War every week. They come out with a new weekly set of assignments, and many of these assignments are ridiculous, or they ask players to play in a very unhelpful, very weird way, and all of a sudden the gameplay meta changes up drastically for the worse just about every week, usually in a different way. And somebody standing on the outside or looking at Battlefield from a very, very, very casual perspective might be like, oh, this is a fun and interesting way to vary up the gameplay. But from anyone who actually likes to PTFO and play Battlefield like it's a game where everybody on the team should be trying to win the game, it's incredibly frustrating. Now, getting specifically to the mastery assignments of the bolt action sniper rifles, the reason why these assignments are so frustrating is because, again, they don't exactly line up with a player's skill level, but in fact they are far more circumstantial based, where you have to be in a game where teams are evenly matched and the game can last incredibly long, giving you enough time to get enough headshot objective kills. It also has to be in a game mode where there's big objective areas, so you have a lot of opportunity to headshot people on objectives, and usually you have to be like the attacker, so the defenders are hanging out in the objective area so you can get the objective kills. If you're the defender, you'll generally shoot them before they get to the objectives. There's all these very specific weird rules that play into it, and ultimately it affects the way that you play the game to try and prolong the game, not win the game. I've got a clip in here where I'm watching an enemy player disarm an MCOM that we armed, because I know if he disarms it, it'll prolong the game and give me a better chance of being able to complete the assignment. I kill him after he disarms it, but it's like, I should never be doing that. I should never have incentive to play in a manner that is literally detrimental to my team and detrimental to winning a game. But again, these assignments are so poorly written that they just encourage this kind of gameplay. To reiterate some of my suggestions that I've given in the past, removing round requirements from assignments or giving universal trackers to assignments would help reduce players' incentive to prolong rounds and play in a manner that is detrimental to their team. If I don't have a round requirement, then I'm not quite as concerned about getting all these kills in one game. If I'm having a good game and we're winning, then I can be encouraged to try and finish the round, win the game, end the game, and then complete the assignment maybe in the next round because I don't have a round requirement. The other major problem with these assignments is having objective-based tie-ins to things, which sounds great on paper, especially from somebody who doesn't really understand the core mechanics of Battlefield or how players are ultimately going to play the game at the end of the day. But when you have an assignment that says get 20 kills on enemies that are in objective areas, well, it really changes how I approach any combat situation, and not for the better. I'm changing where I'm engaging enemies to my detriment and to the team's detriment, rather than getting kills on enemies that are crossing big open areas and making sure that they don't get over to the objective. I'm instead encouraged to let enemies get on the objective before I kill them. Or instead of fighting in areas where I'm going to be most helpful, especially as a recon class, which would be out in bigger open areas, bigger, longer sight lines, I'm instead encouraged to push onto objective areas that have tighter corners, close quarter combat, areas where I'm going to be far less useful as a class because, well, the assignments are encouraging me to do that, which is very weird. The assignments are written in ways, again, that just reflect people who don't understand the game. And this is not just for the assignments that have been in the game forever, but also for the Tides of War weekly assignments that they continue to rewrite and launch for the game. So it's a very big problem for Battlefield right now, and I think they need to overhaul the system, either put some different people on the assignment writing team, or come up with some ground rules for how to write assignments in the future that get rid of round requirements, get rid of objective-based requirements, and are more generalized. Now, clearly I've been playing a lot of the Recon class. I enjoy the Recon class despite flaws in Battlefield 5, but it doesn't mean the Recon class can't get better or the general finesse of Battlefield 5 can't get better. The animation system is a big culprit for Battlefield 5 frustrations, especially for the Recon class when going for headshots. If a player is reviving another player, their head's going to be bobbing around all over the place. There's nothing more annoying than missing a headshot on a player who's completely stationary and oblivious because their animation is causing their head to bob around. Same with building fortifications. Your head bobs like crazy, and snipers are going to miss shots, not because you're a good player and you're dodging them, but because the animation system is making it very hard to actually pinpoint and hit those shots. At a great distance, players have chunky animations, which for snipers is frustrating because you need all the little nuances and finesses in an animation to tell when a player is slowing down from sprinting, who's going to change directions and whatnot, to better predict your shot. But the animation system is reduced at a distance, probably to help out with netcode and frame rate and performance, which makes sense. It just gets very frustrating as a sniper class trying to deal with clunky animations. The Recon also got a big nerf to their optics. We no longer get 8x optics or higher magnification optics. Now, previous Battlefield games, I loved the 8x. I sniped with 8x optics from Battlefield 3 to Battlefield 4 to Battlefield 1. I liked the 8x. I got used to it. It was great for long range and even medium range sniping. We don't have them anymore, which is a nerf to the sniper class. You have reduced accuracy, reduced visibility at further ranges. The only engagement range where you really should have the advantage is the Recon. So it would be nice if DICE added in higher magnification optics at some point. In addition to that, the spotting flare, which got a very nice buff in a few patches ago to increase its radius of spotting, it just doesn't stay up in the air very long. Compared to previous games' spotting mechanics, the Recon had much more powerful spotting abilities. I would love to see an increase in the duration of the spotting flare, how long it stayed active, even if it meant a slight decrease in the radius to try and balance it out a bit more. The Recon could definitely use some gadget love because it's going up against weapons that are far more powerful than in previous games. It got a universal nerf in just about every single category since Battlefield 1, so why not give it a few buffs to try and increase its versatility in different game modes. Anyway, those are my thoughts on the Recon class and the assignment system right now. I still think DICE has a ways to go with this game. I'm enjoying Battlefield 5 a lot, but it is frustrating to see certain areas of the game progress slowly, or rather continue down the same path that they've been on from the start, which is not the right path in my opinion. So hopefully we'll see some change in the assignment system down the road from DICE, What do you guys think about the Recon class? Do you play them? Do you enjoy them? Do you think they could use a buff? And especially the assignment system, how are you enjoying it? As always, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. This is Level Cap, signing off.